Everybody breathe.
Durant, Petrushev steps up. He wants the ISO. He's got the ISO. 5 to shoot. The cross. The sauce.
And he's not nice.
The flash. Durant makes it rain.
The Kevin Durant jumper that made it 93-89. Team USA down 13 to start the fourth quarter, down 17 at one point in this game to Nikola Jokic. And Serbia rallied to win in a fourth quarter in which Kevin Durant and Devin Booker did not leave the floor.
Serbia didn't rally to win.
No, I'm sorry. Team USA rallied to win.
Scared me there.
My apologies. Yes.
Team USA rallied to win. They were down 13, and they kind of got it going in that fourth quarter. LeBron hits a jumper, then they were down 11. Curry hits a jumper and a three-pointer. I think he hit the three-pointer there. No, LeBron. So it was LeBron jumper, Curry jumper, and then it was Durant hits a three-pointer and Booker hits a three-pointer, and it's a 5-point game with 7 minutes left. You're like, okay, all right, you've got a shot there. And then eventually they took the lead. It was a Curry three that we kind of rattled around the rim, and you didn't know if it was going to go in, and then it finally jumped in, and that gave the USA a lead by 1 point, and then LeBron scored to make it 3 points. And then I think eventually they got it up to 5, and they were able to hold on and win that game against Serbia. It didn't look good for a while. They outscored Serbia by 17 in the fourth quarter to win by 4 points. By 17, it was 32-15 that they outscored them, and they were able to. So it would have been a catastrophic loss.
Yes.
For Team USA to beat Serbia the way they did the last 2 times. If they would have got eliminated from the gold medal match. Now, if they would have lost, they still would have been alive to play for the bronze medal game, but they would not have played for the gold or the silver. So they were right on the verge of what would have been a historic loss for USA basketball.
And yet, despite the fact that they won, and despite the fact that it was not, had they lost, yeah, there's no doubt. It's our lead story of the day. We're talking about it all day. U.S. playing for the bronze instead of going for the gold. Now they'll go for the gold. I'm looking at one website right now, clutchpoints.com, and with this headline, why Steve Kerr is most to blame for Team USA's narrow victory over Serbia.
Always got to be somebody to blame.
Right. But
always got to be. I don't know. Usually blame guys for wins, though. Do we blame guys for wins?
That's my question.
Blame guys for losses.
Are we blaming Steve Kerr for a win? Are we blaming Steve? And
what's the reasoning? I'd love to know.
Questionable team rotations.
Okay.
I'm scrolling this.
Like you've got the best
time.
players in the world. They don't. Why do the rotations matter that much? You should be able to put any 5 guys on that team together, regardless of position. They should be able to win. No, I'm serious. You've got the best players in the world. They've got Bogdanovic and Jokic and a bunch of guys that look like Luke Lipinski. Like, you should be able to win that basketball game.
Luke Lipinski looks Serbian?
I don't know. I mean, it's just like, I know what I'm saying.
I know what you mean.
My point is, like, you should, like, rotations, like, I get it. Like, they matter a little bit. But in all honesty, should you not be able to pick 5 guys and say, go play and you should win? Yes, you should.
You should be able to. You should.
Right.
I'm listening to you and I'm trying to read what the reasoning is for this. And basically, it's a hey, too much Derek White, not enough Joel, or too much Derek White, not enough Jason Tatum. Too much Bam Adebayo, not enough AD. Too much Joel Embiid, not enough AD. It's a lot of stuff like that. Now, from the Suns' perspective, Devin Booker on the floor the entire time in the fourth quarter. Kevin Durant on the floor the entire time in the fourth quarter. Looking at the box score right now, I'll tell you Devin Booker was a plus 16 when he was on the floor, though he only scored 6 points when it was all said and done. He did have that big 3 that you mentioned. Kevin Durant hit the big shot. He had 9 points when he was out there on the floor. The minus guys, if you're looking at plus minus, all right, if you're going to complain about this, I guess, Anthony Edwards was a minus 14. Derek White was a minus 16. Bam Adebayo was a minus 15. I guess if anybody's getting any crap, if anyone's giving any crap to Steve Kerr about rotations and who was on the floor and who wasn't, those are the 3 guys who's getting a lot of grief. But you're right. With a team like this,
pick any 5 guys.
Shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
France has Wembanyama and Nicholas Batum, and I think Ntilikina, I think, is on that team. Rudy Gobert played 5 minutes today for them. Played 5 minutes because Wembanyama played 32. Victor Wembanyama was 4 for 17 from the field. France beat Germany by 4. Wembanyama was 4 for 17 from the field. Now, they've got some good players like Evan Fournier, who could shoot the basketball, but he was 1 of 6 from three-point range. USA should win this game. Like I think Serbia was a bigger threat than France is. So you win the gold medal, everything's okay. This isn't going to go down as the dream team. It's, because they're not blowing everybody out. The teams they're playing are better, they're better. But the way that they dominated Serbia the last 2 times, obviously Serbia made some adjustments, and the USA really struggled. It looked really bad though. Like when I got into the office, it was halftime and they were losing.
Yeah.
And then we had a meeting because we have our PCH Radiothon next week. And then when we got out of it, we're like, "What's the score? What's the score?" They're down by 13. It's the fourth quarter. Wow.
Oh, yeah. It was wow.
It was like, that's what it was. Like, we had to jump into a meeting, and then when we got out of the meeting, it was the start of the fourth quarter, and the USA was down by 13.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys, and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.